Welcome back to the City. I'm Stephanie Johnson with San Angelo's Fox KIDY City Hall and Government reporter. I'm here with San Angelo's Public Information Officer, Anthony Wilson, and we're talking about the city's new website, cosatx.us. Now, let's talk about how the design is completely different from its predecessor, and where did that come from?
Well, our prior website was done in earth tones. The pictures were static on the website. It was a 10-year-old website, and frankly, it looked a little dated, as websites do. I mean, websites are meant to evolve and change. They're not meant to be static. And so when we started thinking about redoing the city's website, one of the key goals that we had was making it eye-pleasing, and we wanted to be very aesthetically pleasing to the user. And so we started off, frankly, with just a color scheme, and we knew we wanted to get away from earth tones. We knew we wanted to get away from anything that's sort of saying of the Old West. And so we looked to, frankly, the city's seal. And the colors of that seal are blue and green and yellow. And we really like that for two reasons. One is it helps to brand the city's website as being the city's website because it has the colors of the seal. But also those colors, when you stop to think about them, they signify some life and some vitality and some energy, which are the things that we want to communicate about our community. And so there was sort of a natural tie-in. So when you go to it, it's just got a brighter, fresher look to it. The photos that you will see on it, whereas before they were static, now they scroll on the home page, and each one of those photos is clickable. So you click on it, and you'll be able to access some information that is pertinent to that particular photo. We have some amazing photos on the interior pages. And some of our departments lend themselves to photos, such as our fire department or animal services. Some are a bit more of a challenge, like our information technology and our risk management divisions. But we're committed to trying to get some photo, at least one photo of each division on their page and having it be something that is pleasing to the eye. So we wanted that to be a cornerstone of the website. The other thing, frankly, that drove me crazy about the predecessor website is that every page was different. Every department and division just sort of did whatever they felt like on their page, and there was no corporate consistency to the page. And I always contended that we were the only corporate website, if you were, where every page was different than the one before it and the one after it. So with this website, there's a template, and so users will be able to find the information that they want and need on every page because it's located and organized in that sort of way on every single page. And at no point as you're looking through the website are you going to wonder, am I still on the city's website? Because it's pretty clear that this is the city's website from page to page to page.
Okay, on the home page there's Parks and Recreation and Water tabs. Tell me why you chose those.
Well, again, we think those are areas of high value and high interest and high impact to our community. I always said that it's no coincidence that any time there is a Parks and Recreation project on a half-cent sales tax ballot, that those projects always get approved by voters because San Angeloans really value their park system. And so parks are used by everyone within our community. Anytime we renovate a new park, you just see a rush of people to begin using that park of all different ages for all different sorts of things, activities. And frankly, we have a wonderful Parks and Recreation system. Our Parks Director, as we're taping this today, is down in Corpus Christi gathering a state award that his department won for the Concho River Improvement Project. And so I think, that is something that is of high interest and high impact to our community. Obviously, with water, there's no more pressing issue for our community than water. We all know that the water situation is very serious, and so when you click on that widget at the bottom of the page, you'll be able to find information about what the current drought restrictions are, what's the state of our water resources, where are we in completing the Hickory Aquifer project, what is the West Texas Water Partnership about, how much am I paying for water, how do I pay my water bill. Those are all areas of high interest and high impact to our users.
Okay, speaking of parks, it seems you can pinpoint certain assets that different parks have. Can you explain that process for me a little bit?
Yeah, this is, in my opinion, the coolest feature on the new CosaTX.us, and it is all a credit to Brian Groves, who is our multimedia coordinator, who developed this tool online, where you can go to a listing of neighborhood parks, and you'll be able to see it on a Google map. But you can pull down a list of amenities. And so let's say you're looking for parks with barbecue pits, or let's say you're looking for parks with disc golf courses, or with volleyball courts. Whatever the amenity is, you pick that amenity and the map pops up with only those parks with those amenities. So you can click on each one of those and find the name of the park, where it's located, and all the amenities that it has to offer. And in fact, earlier today we were talking with someone in our Parks and Recreation department about being able to reserve some of those park spaces and some playing fields and ball fields and practice fields using the website. And that's the sort of tool that we're going to be developing as we move forward with the website.
Okay. The homepage also shows a comprehensive calendar with city events. Can you speak a little bit about those? Well,
and again, this is one of those features that you can filter through according to your interest. And the same is true on that same widget with some news events. And so let's say that you're only interested in events that are happening at Fort Concho. You can go to the calendar and again, go through the filter, pick Fort Concho, and it will show you all the events that are happening in a given month at Fort Concho. Or let's say you're looking just for the board and commission meetings or city council meetings or the events that are being hosted in our venues by civic events. All of those things are possible with this website and with that calendar. And one of the great things about both the calendar and the news is when you go there, you can subscribe to get email notifications anytime something is added to the calendar or something is added to the news. You can specify receiving only certain types of notifications. Let's say you're only interested in items related to our Parks and Recreation department. You can do that. And when you go to some of the pages also have those same widgets for calendar events and for news, so that the calendar events and the news that are particular to them are on their pages. So it's a great tool for knowing what's going on within the city of San Angelo.
Okay, it seems you're pretty excited about the parks filter, that asset, but what else are you very proud of with this website?
You know, so far the reaction to it has been really fabulous, both within the community and within our organization. And so I'm really just proud to have a new face for the city of San Angelo. I think that reflects well not only on our organization but on the community, because I think that's important. I think people look to their city government to reflect well on what's happening within their community, both within the community and outside the community. And so I'm just really thrilled to see the reception that it's getting. And I mean, from a personal aspect, it makes it really rewarding for the four of us who worked so hard on this and invested so much time and energy and effort into it, to see it embraced by the people who are now using it.
Okay, the site lists some services that aren't directly related to the city. Tell me why that is.
Well, Brian and I work in the Public Information Office, and so people look in the phone book and think that we are the information source for all things San Angelo. They think that we are essentially 411. And so I would say that 3/4 of the calls that we get, maybe even up to 80% of the calls that we get, are not related to city services at all. And so people will call us asking, where do I get a marriage license? Where can I get a birth certificate? Where do I register to vote? You know, how do I get in touch with the Social Security Administration? And you know, those are all things that are not related to the city of San Angelo's municipal government. And so what we've tried to do with the site is to help those citizens know where they need to go in order to access those services. So you'll find links for getting a marriage license, getting a library card, registering to vote, you know, registering your vehicle, because those are things that people want and need. We are hoping that that will cut down on some of those questions and phone calls to our office, but we also see it as a public service to the citizens who are using